Hello, everyone, and welcome to our energy update for June 2024. My name is Corey Davidson, and I will be doing the Intuitive Astrology Report. And we have Peyton, who will be giving us a message from the Pleiades. And we have Yaila, who gives our energy report for the month. We do 3 different modalities to bring you a variety of energy reports monthly. So this is June 2024. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels, please. It helps us help you. So let's start off with Peyton.
Thanks so much, Corey. Hey, y'all, I'm Peyton, and as Corey mentioned, I'm a Pleiadian channel. So today I'm going to share with you the message that the Pleiadians had for us for the month of June. And the first thing that they noted as they looked at our collective energies is something that is not going to surprise you. And that is that we are getting pounded with energies right now. So according to the Ps, these are energies that are giving us massive collective upgrades, which all sounds like a great thing. We're all on board for that, but it doesn't always feel awesome in our physical bodies. So the Ps were saying that some things that we may notice with these energies that are already starting to roll in as we're filming this toward the end of May is that these are energies that may make us feel absolutely bone tired. So if you are feeling exhaustion, like not even normal exhaustion, this is next level exhaustion. That is going to be really common as we move through these energies. The Ps also pointed out that we may be feeling really dehydrated. So you may feel like you need more water than ever before. And that is something that our bodies are needing to integrate these energies that are rolling in. So water is going to be really helpful as we move through these energies. And the Ps also said that another way we may experience these energies is through headaches. That's something that is really common in these energies. So all of those are some of the things that are very common for us to notice in the physical body when we get hit with the kind of energies that are rolling in now. So I asked the Ps what was going on energetically with these upgrades to tell us a little bit about what the energies mean that we're moving through right now. And they had the most interesting example for us. They said these are energies that can make us feel very untethered. And I just love that because one of the things I've been noticing recently is a feeling of just being like I'm lost in a fog. Like I don't know what the path forward is, not sure if I really care. Things that used to, of course, hold my attention and interest don't seem to anymore. So we're going through this phase where we can feel a little disoriented. Like we don't know what we're doing, what the goal is, what we're even moving toward anymore. And the reason for that is that we are shifting reality frameworks, according to the Pleiadians. But the thing with these energies is they can kind of mess with the mind. So as we move through these untethered energies, it can kind of cause our ego minds to freak out a little bit because our minds like to be in control. They like to know exactly what is happening, where we are going, what the game plan is. So when we go through these energies of breaking down a reality, our mind doesn't really know what to do. So you may notice that you're getting some agitation in the mind in these energies because the mind likes what it knows. It likes the known zone, even when what you know kind of sucks. So as we move through these energies of feeling a little lost in the fog, what happens is the guides say we're moving on to essentially a new framework or a new grid of reality. So we're moving into total creative freedom. That's one of the reasons why we feel like we're a little lost in the fog. Like everything that we used to know and value in our life is starting to change. We can even feel like the 3D world is getting kind of far away from us. And all of this is a kind of symptom of us moving into total creative freedom. So the P's are encouraging us in these energies. If you are one of the many people who is feeling a little lost, like you don't know really where you're going, a little directionless. And the energy, the way that I describe the energy is I kind of feel like I'm floating. It's a very strange sensation. But what the P's are encouraging us to kind of reframe how we look at this is they encourage us to look at this as we're moving into absolute freedom. So we are starting to break down all those things that have kind of limited us as humans. All of our old collective contracts, our old collective memories of what it means to be human and what is possible in our lives. It's all dissolving. So of course, we're going to feel a little lost in the fog because we're waiting for the new framework, our new consciousness grid, to materialize around us. We are standing on it. It is operational, but our minds are still figuring out how to project a new reality. So the side effect of this shift in grids is we're going to feel a little lost. We're going to feel like we don't quite know what's going on. So if you are experiencing that in these energies, you are right on track. So we are stepping away from the entire reality that we used to know. And we're having an opportunity now to completely redefine our reality. We have moved on to a new consciousness grid that has no limitations. So the more we can focus on staying in the present moment, staying in our heart, the more we're going to access this total creative freedom. So the P's are encouraging us as we move through this period of uncertainty to step away as much as we can from anything we don't want to take with us. So the less we can give our attention to what other folks are doing and to all of those shiny 3D toys that the world is trying to distract us with, the less we give that our energy, the more we step into the new consciousness grid, where you get to create your reality from scratch. So we're moving into a period now of power, of confidence, and of total freedom. So this is a really exciting time, but it can feel a little uncertain in our minds and our bodies. But the more we stay present in the moment, stay in our heart and not in all the shiny distractions of the world around us, the more we will start to see our new reality taking form around us. We're just waiting for the fog to clear. So the energies are a little unusual. We have not experienced anything like this before, but we have never had the creative opportunities that we have right now. We're rebuilding reality from scratch. So this is really exciting times if you can just make it through that weirdness of feeling a little lost and confused right now, staying focused, staying present, and we're going to start to see reality shift in major, major ways. So that is what the P's had for us for the June energies. Yaila, what are you picking up for the collective?
Thank you so much, Peyton. And it's so funny that always, I feel like we are in alignment so much whenever the three of us get together and record. As you know, my portion of the video, I just tap into the collective live as we record. So I will have my eyes closed from time to time. So let me just do that. Okay, and I always like to ask for a blessing for those of you tuning in. Creator of all that is, please bring forth information and any healing information for your highest and best good. Please guide me with clarity and accuracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So before we started filming, I was telling the ladies that the first color I was getting for the collective, just kind of generally checking in, was white, which is very, very rare for me because when I usually tap into energies, it's usually a specific color. White is usually something I try to stay away from. But when I'm tapping into the collective for today, I'm getting a little bit of white. I'm getting some purple and some yellow in there. And so when I ask what these colors are representing, kind of tying into what Peyton was just channeling, was white is like a clean slate, a blank canvas. You get to start fresh. You get to bring in whatever type of creative energy that you would like to bring to your world. So that's kind of what the white is representing. The yellow is really about what you're doing in the world. So how you're spending your time, where you're focusing your energy, where you're focusing your thoughts, but it's more of the outward projection of where your time and focus and energy is going. So that's kind of what the yellow is representing. And then the purple is going to be your own intuitive downloads. So I'm hearing for this month, you're going to be really getting some deeper insights as this energy is changing and up leveling. Things are just going to start to make more sense to you. So even though we're not sure how to be putting all the pieces together, maybe we're creating it as we go, things are going to just start to make sense to you in a different way. And those intuitive downloads that you'll be getting naturally on your own for this month are going to be super heightened for you. So very exciting to have that connection for yourself. I'm actually seeing this across the board. So even people who aren't really into the energy work side of things, just kind of your everyday people just kind of going through life, like, those of us who used to before we learned the energy tools, even they're going to display more intuitive signs and gifts, and just kind of those, I call them little winks from the universe, or little love winks, right? Like those little synchronicities, those little confirmations of there is something bigger going on than what maybe we formally believed. So that's kind of the first energies that I'm tapping into for the month of June 2024. Let's see what to watch out for the collective. The words they're giving me are bypassing. So when I ask why bypassing for the month of June, there can be a tendency to want to jump too quickly from one intuitive insight, hit, nudge thing that you're doing to another. So what the guides are saying for you is be careful about bypassing your emotions, bypassing the energy, bypassing those intuitive downloads that you have. Give it a minute, an extra beat, an extra breath to kind of feel into what could that look like? How does that feel for you? What impact, what ripple effect do you see that as a possibility? And just kind of notice what lights you up when you sit with it for a minute. So it's not, they're kind of saying last month, nothing has to be set in stone, but you also want to give those things a little bit of momentum and energy to build upon, because those insights that you're naturally getting will have some time to actually grow, so you can really feel into yourself if that's the true alignment or not. Because what tends to happen for people when these energies can kind of be swirling and a lot and upgrades, and we're not sure what direction we want to go, sometimes we kind of grasp at any low-hanging fruit or any loose straws out there. And what the guys are saying is that is fun, but sit with them for a little bit longer than maybe you would naturally do or feel called to do. So watch out for bypassing some of the energies. Let me see what else is helpful for you, the collective, for the month of June. Something that they're saying is helpful for you to know is the outside world is going to feel kind of like same, but behind the scenes is so much radical movement and difference. And so I believe Peyton's been sharing this the last several months from the Pleiades, and even Corey, it's like our outside world is still catching up to what's been going on that energetic internal level. And so you'll still see some of the same, but now you'll get glimpses. And this is where they're bringing in that understanding of your own intuition of like, just because things kind of look the same in your ordinary everyday life, it's going to be so much different than what it was before. So tying into what they brought up last month through the collective reading was places that you felt safe or found comfort in might look or feel different, right? So those things that you used to gravitate towards, or even like spaces that you used to you felt like you belonged in, or you felt good going to, they're just going to feel outdated and old. So it's still going to look the same, like the physical place hasn't changed, but you have changed. So it's going to look same on the outside, but on the inside is going to be different. So that's something that's helpful for you to know. You're not going crazy. There's nothing wrong. It's just proof for you that you have changed. You have up leveled, and you will get those little winks, signs, synchronicities from the universe that it's okay that you feel different in those places. Hope that makes sense. Let me see if there's any last little messages before I turn it over to Corey. Last messages for you, the collective, for June 2024. You know, the strongest words they're bringing in is just love, like loving yourself, loving what you're doing, loving what you're creating, just loving. This is an opportunity that we get to have here on the planet. We get to come here and play. Yes, there's dichotomy, there's highs and lows, pros and cons, things that are alignment, not in alignment. We came here for all of it. And if you just love yourself through all of it, through the ups, the downs, the fun energy, the not so fun energy, the sadness, the happiness, loving every little piece, because it all is part of the puzzle. So that is the last message for you, is just to love all of it. That's why we're here. That's what we are using to expand our universe, the universe, co-creating with that higher power, with each other, loving all of it. So that is what I have for the month of June. Sending you blessings, wishing you well. And Corey, what is in the astrology report?
Thank you, ladies, so much. What wonderful messages. And the one thing that keeps ringing is the Pleiades saying, stay hydrated. You're going to be thirsty. I've been so thirsty. I cannot get enough liquids in my body. So thank you, Peas, for validating that. Always love it. Well, I'm Corey Davidson, and I give the intuitive astrology report. So this is for June 2024. Well, the energies are strong. They've been strong. And the first half of June is Gemini season. And the second half of June will be Cancer season. So we have this air, water. First half is air, Gemini, which is thoughts, the mind, communication. And the second half is going to be Cancer, which is water, intuitive, sensitive, the feels, as my daughter always says, I have the feelings, emotions. So we, to continue from last month, we still have Pluto that is in retrograde in Aquarius, and that will be until October. And any time that Pluto either changes directions, retrograde, forward, or signs, the energies get really strong. And we've been feeling it, and also it's a time where, unfortunately, people transition, has been my experience when Pluto does this. So it's that death and rebirth time. And since it's gone retrograde, it went retrograde last month, if you're experiencing that, know that it is the cycle of life, and it's happening. So my love goes out to everyone. And also Jupiter, and I'm really going to go over the bigger aspects, but Jupiter on the May 25th changed signs, and it's a 1-year cycle, and it changed to Gemini for the next year. Jupiter's the expander. Gemini is the communicator. And so this exaggerated communication. But what's wonderful about that is we can start finding like-minded people, expansive ways, in the way that, we think, or that you might be thinking, and finding communicating, maybe over communicating, much easier, with others, a very busy mind, which is actually great if you can harness it into Gemini, the mind, and thinking big for manifesting. So this is a time, this next year will be amazing for finding a like-minded community. And instead of being, you know, alone, being the loner, finding a community, because we are moving into the energies, the time on this planet where we are going to be in a group conscience, where we are in community as opposed to being loners and just doing our own thing. Yes, doing our own thing was great in the sense of we do need to do our individual work, our own individual work. Now we have the opportunity in Jupiter, in Gemini, to take it out into the world and find like-minded people and to build communities. So that is the energies really for the next year. So you'll hear me talk about it for the next year, off and on. On the 3rd of June, Mercury enters its home sign of Gemini. So again, this communication going on. Gemini also and Mercury loves to take short trips. So if you're feeling as though you're like, I just want to go on a trip, I just want to go on a trip. This is Mercury in its home sign of Gemini. Okay. It's a flirty energy. And it's an energy of gathering and sharing information. Gemini can be the teacher, but they're the communicator, and they love to share what they've learned. And they love to research. Geminis love to read and research. So Mercury, the mind, that's where it's going to be. And then we have a new moon in Gemini on the 6th of June. And new moons are about manifesting. So you might want to think about maybe manifesting, a community, like-minded people, coming into unification of our minds, like a group thinking for the greater good of all. Because we're moving into those frequencies. We're moving into that time of evolution on our planet, whether we want to or not. So these energies are prime, unifying our minds to start getting ideas to live as a community and help one another. Instead of like digging in our heels for the sake of just being right. We've been in a lot of those energies. There's been a lot of those energies. I'm right. No, my way. No, my way. This new moon is a great opportunity to let that go and manifest a group conscience. That's for the greatest of all. We're all here. We're all living this life here on Earth. We might as well make the best of it together instead of separately and against one another. That love frequency that I always talk about. And then we have on the 20th, the sun moves into Cancer. And we also have the summer solstice. So, how are you manifesting? Make the adjustments that you need to become this manifestor, because I'm telling you that Jupiter in Gemini is manifestor, being able to think the ideals, get the ideas out there, communicate them. And so Cancer is very sensitive, very intuitive. It's the home. It's family, it's mothers. So when summer solstice comes, think about how you're manifesting from your heart, because Cancer is the heart. Oh, moon is its ruler too. And then on the 21st, we have the full moon in Capricorn. So full moon's about releasing. So this might be because we are moving. Well, we're in a new world. We are walking into this new world of community, love, peace. Bobby Sherman, as I always say. it's a good time to release old systems, because Capricorn's about old systems, tradition, old systems, that no longer support the greater good. So it's wonderful. This month is very manifesting and letting go of old. And then on the 29th, the planet Saturn, which is the restrictor, which is the ruling planet of Capricorn. But Saturn it's in Pisces, which my Saturn is in Pisces. I'm having my Saturn return. Woohoo! It goes retrograde until November 15th. So Pisces is that 12th house, which is that spirituality, and Saturn is chop wood, carry water, the accountability, the timekeeper. Like, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Keeping you on track. And if you're not, you'll be grounded or you have detention, and it will restrict you to stay and do what it is that is for your highest and greatest good. So in Pisces, that is again water, set high intuition. So it's a good time, and the retrogrades are review, renew, revisit, revise. So reviewing your spiritual practice. Have you been disciplined in your spiritual practice? I know I have upped my game in my spiritual practice since Saturn entered Pisces. So it's a time to get a new, up your game in your spiritual practice. Maybe find a new one, maybe add to it. But it's encouraging us all to take a look at our relationship with spirit, with the creator, God, Mother Earth, because it's like half full being Cancer. So, collecting options for a way forward, because we are moving forward, whether you're being dragged or whether you're creating it and manifesting it. We're moving forward. And so we are getting rid of what no longer is for the highest and greatest good of all. So if you feel like a lot of things are coming up for you, calling you to be released. The new thing that I'm going to do quickly is I wanted to pull some cards for the energy of June. And today I'm going to be doing the Messenger Oracle. I have not even picked a card from this deck yet. So I just want to do a quick card reading. So thank you. Let's see what energies are for June 2024. Oh, all right. All right. So it's the show that you care. There are no coincidences. And this woman has a dragon that she is showing care for. And the old mystical dragons. So showing that your care is communicating with one another with kindness. This Gemini energy is going to enable us to share what we've learned, especially in these past probably 4 or 5 years at least, and doing it with care. Inviting somebody to come and garden with you. If you have a garden, maybe doing a community garden, but showing others that you care, especially for those who are going through tough times. Because, we're tearing down old structures to build new, and we are in it. So show that you care. So the energy for June is show somebody that you care. Or you might be having people come to you showing their care for you. So I love that. And then just one more card from Moonology for June. Okay, so this is the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And I think that this is so perfect for the energy of June. We've been in a very a world of consumption. Ladies were talking about, the material 3D world things and consuming a lot. And so the energy of June is going to give you the opportunity to give, which goes with the other card, which I love. Show that you care. There are no coincidences. Show that you care. And it's the new moon in Virgo, and Virgo is Earth, and it's the person who does service work. Virgo is about the purity of service work and being of service to others. So I'm seeing that we will get a lot of opportunities to show that we care, to give rather than take, and to show love and kindness no matter what is going on. Through the chaos, through whatever is going on, we're all in this together. So that's the energy, the card reading for June 2024. So, ladies, you got anything else to add? Anything to share? Anything to give? Anything to care? All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching our videos. We love doing them. And so remember to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. They're always down below. And remember to stay in the love frequency. Stay together. And until next month, bye for now.